Hey guys, welcome to our finals at Conquer Woodbury here for our Intergym. For our course today, we're going to be starting on this pad right here. As always, I'm going to say 3, 2, 1, go. I'll start your time once you either leave the platform or make contact with the first obstacle. For our first one, you guys can use any part of your body on this step, this step, this step, this step, which will be your halfway, this step, and this step, to get to your point B right here. This will be our point A for our next obstacle as well. You guys will be allowed anything on the rock wall. You'll get halfway for making contact with the first wall bar. Then you're allowed each of the wall bars coming down. Your point B will be here. This nunchuck won't be here day of the competition. This is your point A for your next one as well. You guys will be allowed this pillar, and this pillar, which will be your halfway. This pad here to get to your point B right here. This is also our point A for our next one. You guys can use any of these blocks here. You are allowed just these top face ledges here, going all the way down. You're allowed either of the ledges on this hanging hold, and you're allowed the front ledges on this higher board up here. You get halfway for making contact with any portion of this board. You're allowed both of these ledges here, and your point B is right here. This is also the start of our next obstacle. So on this one, you'll be allowed to use this pad, this trampoline, any part of this box here. This hold will be preloaded on magnets on the day of the competition. You'll be allowed just the slot on the hold, and you'll be allowed the slot on this hold, making contact with this in any way will be your halfway. Your point B will be right here. This also starts our next one. So with our next one here, you guys are allowed each of these PVCs. You're allowed the white portion of these precision steps, coming through all 6 of those. Each of these 5 PVCs here. Just on the top portion, you're not allowed to use the sides of them. To get to your point B, which would be this pad right here. Again, starting our next obstacle. Our halfway point will be for making contact with the second half of the precision steps. Then for our next obstacle, you guys will have your 2 floating monkey bar handles that you'll be allowed to use in any of the cradles. You'll get halfway for making contact with this turned cradle here with the flying monkey bar. And your point B will be right here. Starting into our next obstacle, you guys will be allowed this podium pad, the blue portions of these circle pads, and this trapeze bar here. You'll get halfway for making contact with the third circle. This pad is out of play, so if you make any significant contact, that'll be a fail. If you make some incidental where you just brush it, you'll get a warning. If it happens the second time, that'll be a fail. Your point B is going to be on these pads here. For this obstacle, this does not start our next obstacle, so make sure you get onto this pad. If you are landing on the front edge and turning without getting fully onto the pad, then that's not going to be a clear. So make sure you're getting all the way on the pad, then coming around. For our next one, your point A is going to be here. Day of the comp, we'll make sure we got you guys high enough so that you can reach there, don't worry. You guys will be allowed this carbon fiber bar here, which will be allowed to be used on the salmon ladder rungs, on these flying bar cradles, these flying bar cradles, and then you'll be allowed each of these 3 monkey bars to help get you to your point B, which is this pad here. If you fail the obstacle, you can climb anything you need to get onto this one here. You'll get your halfway for the flying bar obstacle if you can make contact with the second cradles with that bar. For our final obstacle, point A is going to be here. You guys will be allowed to use this boomerang, which will be preloaded on a magnet on the underside of the bar here. You will come down on this boomerang. Coming down, you'll get halfway. Once you pass the middle portion of the rail here on the obstacle, it has to be simultaneous contact. We'll have tape there so it's easier for you to see day of. And then you'll get your clear by hitting your buzzer, which will be mounted right on the end of the rail right here. So you're sliding down and then hitting that buzzer to get your point and stop your time. So that's the course. You got our 10 obstacles with a 4-minute time limit. We'll see you guys there.